just can't deal with short guys.
I see.
I am so happy to meet you. I just can't deal with short guys.
The voice of my girlfriend. No, the woman about to become my ex. Echoed through the coffee shop where she called me out during my lunch break. I see. We've been dating for barely 2 months, but since I was used to hearing this, my response was dry.
I only realized it after we started dating. It turns out I have zero tolerance policy for short men, so that's how it is.
I've been 165 centimeters since the day we met, you know. Even after 2 months, getting dumped specifically because of my height was such a shock that I barely remember how the conversation started. Anyway, she just abruptly announced a breakup. Having barely managed a week IC, I noticed something in the corner of my eye.
Oh wow, that lady was intense. She left the bill behind after all that.
I ended up getting pitied by the staff who overheard everything. Of course, the bill included her meal too. My name is Shuichi Hayama. Believe it or not, I used to play basketball in high school. Honestly, my face isn't bad, and my body proportions are decent. My problem lay in the vertical direction, my height.
Awesome, Shin-chan! That's your 30th point today. A short scorer is pretty cool.
You didn't need to add that last part. Still, I was athletic and had a bright personality, so I was fairly popular in high school. As I got older, my best qualities started losing their value. So to make up for it, I went to college, studied hard, and poured my energy into work after getting a job. The next game is Barry's retirement match. We need to stock up on jersey number 33 goods. I work in sales for a merchandise production and printing company, and perhaps due to my efforts, I've been achieving good results. By some stroke of luck, I landed a major contract to produce goods for a professional basketball team and became the person in charge. Highly rated by the company, currently 28 years old, I was earning an income higher than the average for my age. However, my personality had become somewhat shadowed, and I haven't had a girlfriend for about 10 years since high school. I tried registering on matching apps, but I was mostly filtered out because of my height.
No way, not enough vertical height. Physically impossible. You're handsome. Is 165 centimeters a typo? Oh, I see. Goodbye.
Even with people I reached the messaging stage with, this was the result. So, I think it was truly a miracle that I was able to date Reina Kaga, but...
Unless you're a professional athlete, who cares if you're athletic? Acting like you're back in school makes you look stupid. Your good points aren't good points once you're an adult. You might have been popular in school, but as an adult, you're just a short man.
She praised me for being cool on our first date at the sports center, but she threw those words at me and left in the end. You didn't have to add all those unnecessary comments. A simple goodbye would have sufficed. Even though I was used to it, it still hurt. I found myself in a daze during my breaks at work.
In that case, Hayama, let's have you do an arranged marriage meeting this Sunday.
A few days later, as soon as my boss heard I broke up with my girlfriend, he came to me and said that. Huh? That's so sudden.
Look, you said if things didn't work out with your current girlfriend, you'd think about a marriage agency, right?
I did say that, but I kinda wanted to rest my heart a little.
Don't say that, I'm begging you. The lady specifically asked for you.
What do you mean?
It's the daughter of Hayakawa Pharmaceuticals.
Hayakawa Pharmaceuticals is the owner company of the pro basketball team, our major client. Wait, you mean the daughter of our biggest client? Why would someone like that be interested in me? We shouldn't have ever met.
Well, you can ask her that when you meet her.
My boss walked away happily, saying great timing. It's annoying that he clearly felt a burden lifted from his shoulders, but it's also true that I respect him. Since it was an introduction from a client, He probably wanted to get a yes no matter what. It didn't sit right with me, but it seemed I didn't have a choice. Well, I was thinking of using a marriage agency anyway, so I have no reason to refuse. Wait, like hell there isn't! By the time the day arrived and I sat down at the restaurant, I was completely terrified. She's way out of my league. That basketball team is in the 2nd division, but running the owner company is still a huge deal. And I looked at the woman, Anri Hayakawa, again.
I am so happy to meet you.
We're supposed to be meeting for the first time, but she looks genuinely happy. And she's even more beautiful than in her photos. Sorry to be blunt, but have we met somewhere before? She's a client's daughter. I was worried it might be rude, but I couldn't help asking.
Well, that makes sense. There's no way you'd remember just one fan.
Huh?
Actually, when I was in my 3rd year of middle school, I was chasing after you.
That was when I finally started to understand what she was saying. She's 25, I believe. If she was in her 3rd year of middle school back then, I was in my 3rd year of high school. Are you perhaps talking about basketball?
Yes, I am! It was the summer prefectural preliminaries during your senior year. Shinichi, my brother's high school was your opponent in the 1st round. I was an utter brother con, so I went to cheer for him since it was his last year. But by the time the game ended, I was cheering for you instead of my brother.
Anri placed her hand on her cheek and closed her eyes. She must be picturing the scene from the past.
But the 3-year age gap felt huge back then. In the end, I couldn't make any approach. You lost in the finals league and then you retired. You remain just a memory since then. But I saw you at a game recently.
Ah, that game. I recall the game she was talking about. Anri's team finished 3rd in the 2nd division and was playing a promotion match to get into the 1st division. I was indeed at the venue. I received tickets as a business partner. I had proposed increasing merchandise production for the important match, so I was there to check on sales too.
Yes, I knew it was you, Shinichi, at first glance.
I had returned to reality, but Anri seemed to be still lost in those days.
To think you were not only working for a business partner, but were actually the person in charge. When I inquired through the company, I found out you had a desire to get married. My father had been recommending I look for a partner soon, so I arranged this meeting.
In other words, Anri was a fan of mine when I played basketball, found out I was at her client's company, and set this up. I understood how the meeting came to be, but... in that case, I'm surely not the man you're expecting me to be.
Why is that?
She looked confused. My chest hurt, but I knew I had to tell her clearly. Unless I'm a pro athlete, playing basketball at this age isn't a selling point. And my income is like peanuts to someone like you. I might have looked shiny 10 years ago, but now I'm just a short man. I'm not the man you were looking at back then. After saying that much, I couldn't bear it and looked away. Seeing me accidentally let out a self-deprecating laugh, she smiled softly.
I'm convinced. You really are a wonderful person, Shinichi.
Huh?
Given my position, I fully understand how people view me when I set up an arranged meeting. There are company relations involved, so it can't be helped. But most people try to judge a relationship with me based on profit and loss. But you clearly tried to turn me down, Shinichi. If I'm wrong, I apologize. But you did so while clearly stating what I assume is your complex? I won't say I don't care about income at all. Naturally, it's better to be financially independent. But that's never because I want to rely on my partner's income. An income to live a normal life, a wonderful personality, and cleanliness. If I have those, that's enough for me. So, I don't care about your height at all, Shunichi.
Because she was speaking her honest feelings, I believed her. Her not caring about height was her true heart.
And you talk about past glory, but there are former fans who marry former idols in this world.
Hmm?
I'm sure for a former fan, used to support them is just the entrance to the relationship. I believe they make it to marriage because the two of them actually fell in love. We're trying to meet strangers at a marriage agency, so why is a former fan not allowed? What? Why are you laughing?
Her crazy theory was funny, but I never thought the day would come when I'd be compared to an idol. But I felt like my heart, which had been completely depressed over Reira, was saved a little. Sorry, I couldn't help it. You're right. Whether a relationship continues depends on the current me and you, Henri. Well then, I look forward to this, Henri.
Yes.
And just like that, we decided to start dating. Honestly, I sometimes feel intimidated by the high-class restaurants Henri takes me to. But I turned even that into motivation for work. About a few weeks passed.
So, your parents aren't tall either, Shinichi?
Returning from one of our dates, we were walking through the nightlife district. Rather than my parents, it's my dad. My mom is about average height for a woman. While chatting about such trivial things, she stopped in front of a restaurant and checked her watch.
I'm hungry. Shall we have dinner here?
Don't we need a reservation for a place this fancy? The way she smoothly enters high-class shops like this, she really is something else. I need to work even harder. I've been thinking that lately. Well, we got in, but the place was packed, so we had to wait. While waiting, Henri went to use the restroom. Then...
Oh my, isn't that Shinichi?
Reira? I turned around at the voice and saw the woman who dumped me a few weeks ago, and... Reira, is this an acquaintance? Next to her was a man. He asked in a smart, gentlemanly manner. He's incredibly handsome, and he's over 180 centimeters tall.
He's my ex. Actually, he's been telling me to get back together with him for a while now.
Huh? What was that? Why didn't you tell me? You must have been scared. Hey, just because Reira is beautiful doesn't mean it's right for you to persistently chase her. No, that's not true at all.
Don't lie. I bet you followed me here today, too.
This accusation is ridiculous. I didn't want to cause a scene in the shop, and while I was wondering what to do, Henri came back.
Shinichi, is something wrong?
Oh, I'm sorry. You were with a companion. The man immediately changed his attitude. Well, at least the suspicion of being a stalker is cleared.
Oh my, you are...
Henri, do you know this person?
Yes. This is Nagisa Sakuya. He's an up-and-coming young president featured in economic magazines. And we've worked together a few times.
Henri, it's been a long time. Thank you for your continued support. Good looking, good height, good personality, and a president. If his name is cool too, he's basically flawless.
That's right. Nagisa is a president who's getting attention from the public. After I broke up with you, he approached me on a matching app.
Reira? Reira's comment smelled of arrogance, and Nagisa looked confused.
By the way, looks like you got a new girlfriend too. But are you sure? Are you stretching your wallet too much for the shop? Just like your height?
Wait, Reira, what's wrong with you all of a sudden? I'm sorry, my companion is being rude. Nagisa was flustered by his lover's rudeness. As I thought, he doesn't seem like a bad person.
It's the first time I've met her, but I'm surprised at how classless she is. What did you just say?
Stop it, Rara. She's the daughter of a very important client for my company.
So what? I'm going to be a president's wife in the future.
Even if that were true, I can't take someone who doesn't know manners to social gatherings.
What? That's ridiculous. I was just worried about my ex-boyfriend.
Mr. Sakuya, thank you for waiting. We will show you to your table.
Ah, yes.
Wait!
She probably wanted to argue more. Rara followed Nagisa, who bowed to us one last time, looking frustrated as she headed to their table.
Was that your ex-girlfriend? I probably shouldn't ask this, but why did you date her?
It was a reconnection after a long time. Maybe that made her look better than she was. Thinking back, she had that side to her even when we were dating. So even someone like Rara managed to snag an incredibly high-spec guy. She's irrelevant to me now, so I don't care, but I'm a little worried about her next victim, Nagisa. While thinking that, we were shown to our seats and were looking at the menu.
Wait, Nagisa?
Just as I heard that voice, Nagisa came over to her table and bowed deeply. You said your name was Shuichi. I'm sorry. I stole Rara from you. What on earth do you mean? There were many unnatural things and inconsistencies earlier, so I questioned Rara. Apparently, I approached Rara while she was still dating you, Shuichi. In other words, she dumped you to switch to me. Is that so? Then the misunderstanding about me chasing her? Yes, she admitted it was a lie she told on the spot. I'm truly sorry for everything. Nagisa kept his head down. Seeing him completely ignore Rara screaming behind him, it seems the misunderstanding is truly resolved. I see. As long as that misunderstanding is cleared up, I'm satisfied. I have absolutely no lingering feelings for her.
What?
After apologizing once more, Nagisa dragged Rara out of the place. She seemed to be talking frantically while Nagisa paid the bill, but Nagisa didn't say a single word. I thought I'd surely never see them again. That's what I thought, but...
It's all your fault.
Early the next morning, Rara's voice echoed in a certain park. No, why are you here? Ari and I often come to this park on our days off to jog or play basketball. Come to think of it, I had told Rara that I often spend time at the park, so she probably remembered that.
How dare you ruin my chance to marry into wealth? And you! I heard from Nagisa. You're the daughter of big company?
Let's rewind time. This happened back at the restaurant. Questioned by a stem-faced Nagisa, Rara realized she couldn't hide it and opened up.
Sorry I lied. But I just wanted to look like a better woman to you.
A better woman?
Yeah, I probably should have just hidden the fact that he was my ex, but it slipped out. So if I made it seem like a guy that was still chasing me, I'd look a little better, right? I mean, if I said I was dating a common short guy, my value would drop. But if I pretend I dated him out of pity even though he wasn't on my level, I look like a generous woman. And if I'm being chased even after breaking up, it proves what a catch I am, right? Otherwise, you'd feel embarrassed, wouldn't you, Nagisa? A girlfriend's value should be as high as possible, right?
Yesterday, Nagisa initially tried to trust and protect Rara's story. But this was the first time he saw her ugly true nature. Value?
Yeah, you know the usual. High income, high education, high height. People say looks or education don't matter, but this is the ideal man women want. But since everyone can't find that ideal, they compromise and say money isn't everything. But I don't make such compromises. Honestly, I thought maybe I was wrong, so I tried dating Shinichi, but it was no good. His face was okay, but he wasn't on my level at all. Especially the fact that I became taller than him depending on my shoes. That was really a deal breaker. And just when I reaffirmed that I shouldn't compromise, I met you!
I see. So that's how it is.
That's right. To put in high school terms, he's like the gloomy guy at the bottom of the school cast. There was a guy like that in my school days, too. He was smart, and I think he was tall, but everything else was a total zero. I was nice to him once, and he misunderstood and confessed to me. Of course, I rejected him, and we all laughed about it later.
She must have felt relieved being affirmed. Rhea happily blabbered on about things she shouldn't have. I understand you very well now. Certainly, some people dislike being taller than their boyfriend on a date. Men care about it too. That's a preference.
Yeah, right?
Based on that, I'm telling you, Rhea, what you did is wrong. What kind of man you seek is up to you. If you want high height, high education, and high income, that's fine. But that doesn't give you a reason to speak terribly of those who aren't that.
What? Why? They couldn't become the ideal women want, so that means they're inferior, right?
It just means they don't fit the ideal. Is the idealized image equal to perfection? No, it's not. For example, what about Shohei Ohtani? High school grad, but tall, high income, handsome, and great personality. He doesn't have all three highs, but isn't he attracted to everyone? That's my point. Mr. Ohtani is in the media, so we know his skill and personality. But the same can be said for others we don't see. So, if you don't accept short men, fine. But judging them as inferior and attacking them for it is wrong. The same goes for gloomy men. And looking for another man while dating someone, acting almost like you're cheating, is obviously wrong too. Anyone with a decent character would know this without being told. I'm sure the women that men hold as their ideal know this too. You, Rhea, seem to be different.
Wait! Where are you going?
I refuse to be with you any longer. We're done. You stay and eat. Dessert hasn't come yet.
No, we don't want to break up. I'm sorry. I apologize.
To cling even after being told that, he must have been a really valuable catch to her. Thinking that, Nagisa laughed self-deprecatingly and spat out those words. Smart and tall, but everything else is a total zero, huh?
What?
That male student who confessed to you, that was me.
Huh?
Yes, the gloomy guy Rhea talked about was actually Nagisa. Even after you rejected me, I was pining for you for a long time. So I tried to become a man worthy of you. Then I found you on the matching app and approached you. But...
No way. If that's the case, you should have told me.
True. I was also at fault for not having confidence in my past self and not naming myself. But thanks to that, I understood you well. I realized that what I loved was a fantasy of you inside my head. I was truly foolish to be deceived only by your superficial attitude and appearance. Saying that, he left his seat and came to apologize to us.
What are you going to do? I'm already 28. No matter how beautiful I am, a woman's demand drops drastically when she enters her 30s. I thought I finally got a good man, but because of you!
You brought this on yourself. If you chase a high ideal, you need to become a person worthy of it. But all you have is your face. Even if you hadn't met me yesterday, he would have broken up with you eventually.
What?
You seem to rate yourself very highly. That's just overconfidence. Your bad personality ruins everything. For the current you, a high-spec man is just a pipe dream. At best, you might end up as a mistress. Well, your personality is so bad that even if you became a mistress, you'd probably be dumped immediately. When I said that much, it finally seemed to hit Rhea. Her mouth gaped open, and she looked a little teary-eyed.
Rhea, was it? I was also something like a fan of Shinichi originally. To borrow Nagisa's words, I arranged the meeting yearning for a fantasy of Shinichi. Eh? Even so, Shinichi hasn't disillusioned me, and my love for him is only growing. Nagisa and I started from the same place, but through your own behavior, you betrayed the man who desperately chased after you. Think carefully about what that means.
Reira just stood there silently shaking, but looking at her, she might be starting to realize her own faults. It was a chaotic start to the day, but thanks to Henri, my heart felt clear. Now, as for Reira Kaga after that.
Before I knew it, I reached this age. I can't bring myself to talk to hot guys on apps anymore. Aww.
For the next few years, she had no luck with men. Since she said she had no time, it seems her internal time limit arrived. Unable to step into romance, she just spent her time in loneliness. By the way, Nagisa Sakuya, who faced a sad ending with the woman he yearned for, was moving forward firmly. I truly hope a good match comes his way. As for us, we continue to spend peaceful time together. Hey, Henri, honestly, there was a part of me that hesitated about this relationship.
Is that because of your height or basketball?
Yes, the things you admired are parts of me that aren't really my strong points anymore. But I think I can move forward a little. We're already dating, but I wanted to say this now. So, I'm sorry, but I'll say it again. Henri Hayakawa, please go out with me with marriage in mind.
Shinichi, yes, I would be delighted. Please take care of me.
Less than a year later, we held our wedding ceremony. This ring probably isn't much to you, Henri.
No, receiving it from you is what matters most.
There was talk of me working at Henri's company, but I chose to keep working at my original company. I felt that by working hard on the path I chose, I could stand next to Henri with my head held high. Ideals exist, but complexes exist at the same time. But what's important is how you perceive them and how you change yourself. Let's be happy together. This time, let's walk together aiming for an ideal family. Aiming for a wonderful family full of laughter that makes you want to come home.
I really liked this episode. Learning to love someone for who they are versus height or anything of that, you know what I mean? Anyways, I hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you next time.